we do have to start off with the Phils and this series against the Mets. The Phils 7 games up on the Mets, 3 games starting tonight at Citi Field. It'll be Luzardo, Chris Sanchez, and Taijuan Walker. But like, this is, I know Joe Giglio did the show today and said that the division is over, and it probably is, right? There's not a lot of examples as you go throughout history of a team being down. Now, we are one of them, and the Mets are one of them in the other way, but there's not a lot of examples you go throughout history of a team losing a division lead like this. I think they'll win the division. Mm-hmm. This series is about more than the division to me. This series is about the Phillies announcing that they are serious this year, and this series to me is about Bryce Harper. And is about Bryce Harper's greatness or how great Bryce Harper still is. With the great players in this city, we expect so much of them at the most important times. Jalen Hurts, of course, we expect the best from him at the most important times. We expect that of Joel Embiid. We expect it of every great player that's come through Philadelphia. And Bryce Harper, this is an opportunity for him, this series, to show, I think, what he's made of. Since Zach Wheeler has gone down, everyone else has stepped up. JT Realmuto has hit a couple of really big home runs. Bryson Stott's hit a big home run. All of the starting pitchers have been great, really. Luzardo's been great. Ranger's been great. Chris Sanchez has been great. Trey Turner, it seems like he gets 4 hits a game. And you look back at the stats, and Bryce has been good, but what do you remember from Bryce out of this streak? It's really nothing. He hit those 2 home runs. Both the games were gone. And when you start thinking about Bryce and moments, you have the home run against the Mets in the division series, but you really have to go back to Bedlam at the Bank. And he's become one of these players where I sort of wonder where he's been, and then I look at the numbers, and the numbers seem good. Yeah. But that's what a good player does. A great player shows up at a time like this, in a series like this, that proclaims him and the team present. We are here. You may have thought we were dead without Zach Wheeler. We are not dead. And like in our biggest rival in the division, in the biggest city in the country, in a series, by the way, that could put the division away, I am asking Bryce Harper, be great. You said you're one of the best players in baseball. A few weeks ago, you said it twice. Be that guy. Be that guy this series. Give us memories in this series, because that's what great players do.
Yeah, I hear you saying this, and I don't think you're saying anything wrong, but the tone of it is what I don't like. The tone of this is what I don't like, and it almost sounds as if you're implying he hasn't been carrying his weight.
He's been good.
Right.
He's been good.
He hasn't been great.
He's been good.
Right.
He's been
yes. He's only been good. Yeah.
He's been a good player. I'm saying that, like,
we've seen Bryce be special and be great. So we know. Yeah, I agree. I know what that looks like.
This is a series for him to do that. I just think this team, as much as we can say everybody needs to be 10% better than they were to make up for Zach Wheeler, and that's true. This team needs a player to step out in front and say, like, we've got this. Right. And I think it's gotta be him. Jack has said this before. Trey Turner can be a great player. I'm sure I hope he'll have good playoff moments. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Kyle Schwarber. Mm-hmm. But the best player on this team, I think, has gotta be Bryce Harper. And a series like this, I'm putting on Bryce. Like, I'm realistic, right? If Luzardo blows up and gives up 7 runs, if Sanchez blows up and gives up 7 runs, I'm realistic. But in a normal series, I'm putting this series against the New York Mets on Bryce Harper. I want Bryce Harper to show the world that he is still great, that he is still one of the best players in baseball.
No, you want Bryce Harper to show you that that's what he is.
I think the
world knows that Bryce Harper is a great player.
ESPN had him as the 33rd best player in baseball.
I understand that.
The 33rd, right?
Yes. It's
right?
not a great year for him.
No, it's been fine.
So here's what I'll say. So I'm not going to do the whole fanboy Bryce thing today.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. I'll say this. I think Bryce certainly needs to pick up his play. But there's also the luxury that we have that the guys around him have started to play well.
Sure.
Trey Turner is back to hitting the ball again. I mean, the MVP of the team has been Kyle Schwarber. So as long as he continues to do that, JT has been outstanding.
Sure, absolutely.
So it allows, and these are guys that we haven't necessarily, other than Schwarber, we hadn't necessarily relied upon as much. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm saying to myself, yes, you're right, Bryce. It'd be great if he gets it going, and this will be a great series for him to do that. But I mostly need Bryce to be there when October gets here.
Right.
That's when Bryce becomes special Bryce Harper, because everybody's not made for those moments. Everybody's not made for those moments, and we're going to need that guy to be the guy in those moments, and I still believe in him in those moments because he embraces the big lights. And so it's been an up and down health season for Bryce Harper. It's been an up and down production season for Bryce Harper. He hasn't really found his groove yet to where it's been sustained. As long as he gets that going into October, I'm okay with Bryce Harper. He's the least of my concerns on this baseball team.
I just want a moment. I want a moment against the Mets.
You're right.
And yes, the postseason means more than all of this. But when we look back on these seasons, there are inflection points, and I do believe that this is the final. When Zach Wheeler got hurt, I looked at the three series after he got hurt: the Seattle series, the Washington series, and the Mets series. To me, this series is important. Now, if they lose 2 out of 3, when you look at the division, that's why I don't care about the division. You look at the division, they lose 2 out of 3, they'll be 6 games up, whatever. Yeah. But we will feel different, right? And I think this, to me, at 215-592-9494, do you still think Bryce Harper is great, and is this series on him? To me, I want to feel like they feel like this series is more important than a regular season series. We do have a next question today, as our guy Jack is out. Now, I don't think Jack is working on the house today. I actually think Jack's down the shore or something like that. But what? Jack, I do. I believe Jack is down the shore. I know. But
he got his puppies in the sand. He's out on the beach. He got his feet in the sand. Is that what he's doing?
He's watching the kids.
Well, I tell you.
Yeah. Who does he think he is? But he does have a new home. So we are, for next question day, you'll call up with your sports point, and we will ask you next question. What is a great housewarming gift? What is a great, you buy a house, you get a housewarming gift. What is a great housewarming gift? Ike, I will start with you. What is a great housewarming gift?
So I'm going to start with something I got my oldest son when they moved into their home. I'm going to go with an air fryer.
People love the air fryer.
Air fryer, man, especially that younger generation.
They love air fryers.
They talk about cooking with grease or oil, whatever you call it, whatever gas is really grease.
Yes.
You don't do that in the air fryer.
They don't. Justin, are you an air fryer guy? Because you're a young man.
I am an air fryer. I have an air fryer in my dorm. I was able to loophole that into the dorm because, you're not technically allowed to have a fryer.
Exactly. You set the whole damn dorm on fire.
Right.
Well, no, but the rule was if it had a thing to turn itself off, which was the timer, then you could loophole it in.
Okay. So you're a big air fryer guy.
I had quite the argument with housing over that.
And everybody who's an air fryer person puts everything in the air fryer.
Yeah, and everything doesn't belong in the air fryer, but you're right. They put everything in the air fryer.
We don't have an air fryer, but the oven we got or whatever has an air fryer.
What would you cook in I
don't know. Make fries in there.
You put vegetables in the air fryer, do you? Well, I guess you could.
You could, I think. You could. You put anything in an air fryer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tell you the perfect housewarming gift. Give them money. Give them money.
Say that.
Money.
That's the perfect gift, period.
Yes. Money. Let me pick it out. Money. Look, that's a nice plate you got me. I really appreciate it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful plate. Whatever. But if I haven't told you,
I could have did something better with that.
With the money. Yeah. Or at the very least, if you're not going to do money, give me a gift card to somewhere that I could use. Right. Home Depot's fine. Macy's, whatever, something like that. But number one, best housewarming gift is money. I said the same thing when we got married. What do you want? You don't have a registry? No, I don't. My registry is the bank. All right.
No, smart man.
Yep.
Yeah, that's easier.
Yep. 215.
I actually like people who like money.
Yes.
Makes it easier for me.
You don't want to shop.
I have to think for a gift. Now, I do appreciate the registry.
Registry's good, but I always wait too late for the registry.
So you wind up getting a...
Well, I get there, and they're like, you want a ladle? How many ladles can I get you? You want this paper towel holder. It doesn't, I end up having to combine a bunch of them. Yes. It doesn't work. I'd rather just give them money. All right, 215-592-9494. I say this series against the Mets is on Bryce. I want Bryce to give us moments. This is bigger than a regular season series.